'Cause we are live, baby. Here we go. Hey, Gan.
What's going on, man?
Oh, just back another week on the Something Original podcast. But welcome back to the Something Original podcast. My name is Chase.
And I am Gannon.
Welcome, Gannon. This week we don't have any guests. It's just gonna be you and me. I feel like I feel like this is long needed because before we had to cut it short. We had to do a short podcast the week before. We took like a 2-week break. Then we took the 2-week break after we promised to do a longer episode. And then the week we come back, we have to cut it short because one of us has to get a haircut for some reason. I don't know why. And then we really didn't get to like reconnect because the next week after that we had 2 guests.
Yeah, it did feel kind of off for a little bit.
Yeah. So I mean, what's happening, dude? What's new?
Just trucking on through. The usual.
You do look like a trucker with the beard.
Thank you. I'll take that as a compliment.
It is a compliment. You got the stash coming in too. I noticed that. Oh, shit.
Thank you. And you can't see it yet, but it's like white at the top, and it's actually connecting. Like it just got to get darker up, and then I got a beard going on.
Have you had good success with your beard connecting before?
No, it was actually terrible. Yeah.
Dude, I cannot grow a beard to save my life. I have the neck beard. I have this. My chin gets really full, and then like up here and around, it's really full, and then I just have patches, and then I have this solid patch right here, but none of it connects, and my fucking mustache doesn't connect either. I'm like a prepubescent fucking teenager. Still, I'm 20. I'm almost 25, and I still can't grow a fucking beard.
It all comes with good time.
With time, yeah, I'm gonna fucking keel over before.
Well, at first I was just honestly just growing like just this out, like some ravaged like Irishman.
Yeah,
and then
native roots for sure.
Yeah, and I was just like, I wonder if I could grow it up. And I got like a patch here still that's like not being, but it connects to the top. You can't see it with the camera or the lighting, which makes it seem fake. But people that know me personally know that it does. Even my barber said that last time he was cutting my hair. He was like, "Dude, beard's actually starting to come in," and I'm like,
"I know." Are you getting cut up by your buddies at the school?
I go to my friend. He graduated from the school.
Oh.
His name's Mikey. Hit him up. At Mikey Cuts on I almost said Spotify, on Instagram.
Yeah, I was like, just hit up every fucking Mikey until you land on Gannon's barber.
Or more so if you're like in the like Cincinnati area, because he lives down in Lebanon, and that's where I will literally go to get a haircut by him. Cause he does.
Damn, you'll go all the way to Lebanon to get a haircut?
Well, my school's in Miamisburg, so it's 20 minutes there. I mean, the drive back is kind of like, whoa. But, it's cool because it's like, he's like my good friend out here. So it's like, I talk to him, hang out with him for a little bit. He cuts my hair. It's chilling,
How good of friends would you say comparatively to, your other friends?
I don't know about that Chase guy. He's kind of a... I'm just kidding.
Yeah, who is like, that? Seems like
right
a
now
tube
in Ohio, I say he's one of my better friends, for sure.
Cool.
For sure.
I'm glad you got friends out there. Because the second you moved back, I moved away. It sucked.
Yeah.
And I remember pleading with you to move back to Ohio when you left for the good old Californias.
Should have never done that.
Yeah.
But so I
yeah, you had a topic today.
Yeah, and I'm gonna seem insane. I'm gonna seem crazy, which is fine.
Okay.
I'm okay with this.
I love it.
So I don't mean to sound like a crazy Christian person, right? Here we go. So you know how the Nile's drying up, right?
Yeah.
You know, people talk about the Nile drying up.
I'm assuming it's drying up because you're saying it.
Have you seen the video of this new guy over in Israel that's like come about? My TikTok is literally just all religious things, which is fine. I'm okay with it. I like to be. Those are things that always interest me. Yeah, religion in general. But so there's this guy that they're calling the Messiah. He's apparently like he's a younger dude. He knows I think it's the Torah. The Torah.
The Islam book.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound good. I'm sorry if I offended anybody. The Quran, right?
I think it might be the Quran. I thought it was Quran, but I thought they called it something else.
I know the Torah. I think the Torah is something else.
Oh,
it might be this similar thing, but I don't know.
But apparently, from the videos I've seen, it's just not being covered anywhere. They are calling this guy the new Messiah because apparently he knows the ins and outs of the Quran like better than like a lot of rabbis, and he actually knows parts like a lot of it like word for word.
Rabbis like from
Jewish
Hebrew.
Leaders. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like Jewish religious leaders.
Yeah, isn't that a different religion then?
See, that's what I'm
the
saying.
Quran is an Islamic. Yeah.
I don't think it's the Quran.
Then it would be the Torah. Then it's
yeah.
the Hebrew, the Hebrew book of Judaism.
Yeah, you tracking?
I'm getting you now. Okay,
yeah.
I'm on track. So I was thinking of a completely different religion because I was like, okay, well, this guy, I would hope he beats a lot of these other Hebrews out for the Islamic religion.
Right. And they're calling him like the new Messiah.
Okay.
And apparently, like they're like a lot of people are comparing him to a god.
Okay.
Revelations, right? You tracking? The Book of Revelations.
I'm following so far.
Nile dries up. It's one of the first things that happens.
Okay.
Then there's the Antichrist that comes about.
Okay.
It sounds insane. I just wanted to talk about it because it's just interesting.
Yeah.
And this was all my feed was. It was like different like reports on this guy, and they think he's like could be the Antichrist.
Who's saying he could be the Antichrist? The media or like other people?
Christians spectating. Christians Christians.
Yeah.
I
mean, the Islamic or not Islamic. The Jewish leaders and Christian leaders. They obviously have different viewpoints on religion. So, especially with like Jewish like ancestors, they killed Jesus Christ. So they're obviously gonna be a little salty about whatever they say. So
yeah, but it's mostly Romans.
Yeah, well, yeah, Jewish Romans, right?
Yeah, but I saw that and it was just weird to me.
So what are your thoughts on it? Do you believe it, or do you think it's like a Ponzi scheme? Or
there's also other videos I've seen where a lot of animals have been doing very strange occurrences. Like they just know something's off in the vibrations of everything that's going on. Have you seen the videos where the sheep were herding in circles?
Oh, doing in a circle in China? Yeah. I've seen that.
For a long time. Very long time.
Couple days. Yeah, 14 days or something.
Mm-hmm. Also, another recording of deers doing the same thing.
Oh.
Deers, Chase.
Now, I'm going to take us back
Okay.
Take us back to the old days of the podcast when we would talk about extraterrestrial beings. Have you been, because this is what my TikTok feed is. It's just UFO sighting after UFO sighting after UFO sighting. Some crazy phenomenon's happening in the sky. What the fuck could it be? And remember the FBI, or like the government was doing hearings about like UFO sightings and stuff. Like they were like asking the FBI, hand over everything you have on UFO sightings. And it was just like, it kind of got into the news here and there, but nothing really ever came about it. Maybe and there could be a lot of other things, like we're dealing with climate change. Maybe aliens are finally like, hey guys, your time is very limited on this earth. You gotta, we saved you from a couple meteors a while back. You're just killing yourselves now, so maybe they're coming down, sending us messages. Maybe it could be a Messiah coming back. I don't know. I'm not a religious man myself, so, I take it with a grain of salt, but Gannon, you are a religious man, right, still?
Yes.
How's that going? I haven't asked you about it in a while.
I've been reading Proverbs lately. Not as much the last couple of days, because I've just been angry with a lot of things, and I hate that I just blame God for it, and It sounds crazy because it's like weird to talk about, I guess, because it's still very new to me. I grew up in a Christian household, so revamping everything in my own perspective is interesting. But I've been reading Proverbs, which is like poetry to me. It's interesting because it's not like it's talking about specific
happenings.
Stories of the Bible. It's Proverbs is just like different ways people look at God or people perceive God, and to me it's like it's nice. I'll take notes on it. I'll like try to interpret it for myself, and it's nice. I definitely need to keep doing that, and I don't know, just praying. And just, I add meditation in there too. I've been getting back into that because I think it takes a little bit of both. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like everything just kind of intertwines in different ways.
Yeah.
I saw someone talk, and it's like praying is talking to God, and then meditating is hearing what He has to say. Just kind of analyzing through the thoughts and the feelings, and just finding a sense of calm. I've been trying to do it first thing. As soon as I wake up in the morning, before I do anything, I just put my headphones on, thunder sounds.
No ASMR, TikTok ASMRs.
No ASMR TikToks. I go to thunder and like rain sounds because it just does something to my inner chi. Sit there, probably sounds the same. Just I get down cross-legged, put my hands into like certain positions where I don't know, where I kind of feel something. Yeah. And I'll just sit there and I'll just take deep breaths in and out. Because I've done like directional meditations before. Like where it's like someone like...
I hate those.
Imagine that you're going down a flight of stairs. And I just feel like that doesn't...
It's not like...
resonate with me.
Yeah, it just feels like somebody's holding your hand the whole time, and you're just it's the pressure's there. Because I've tried some of those back in college, and it wasn't it. And I think I just kind of fell out of love with like trying to be meditative and spiritual at the same time. And but I'm glad to hear that that's working out for you.
I think it should be a more personal thing.
Yeah, for sure.
However it works for anybody,
I think that's how religion should be, period, also. Like, I feel like, because that is a very spiritual, personal journey for the individual, And I think you find the best people who have that very deep spiritual connection with whatever religion that you believe in, or if you don't believe in religion, you just believe in a higher power or whatever, you just meditate. I think if that is a very personal relationship with whatever spiritual being that you believe in, it resonates more truer to yourself, and you find better people. The more you talk to people that are like that, they just are, yeah, like I said, better people than you would meet if you go to like a traditional like mega church, whatever. Those fucking people suck. They can suck my ass.
Like, dude, my parents, like, they hate mega churches. Like people, I feel like people that really believe usually hate mega churches, or people that are like even skeptical hate mega churches because it's greed at the end of the day. It's
people that go to mega churches that are usually the loudest about how righteous they are and the word of God or whatever, which they tend to be the farthest away from whatever God that they believe in, because they very are not reading their Bible. Oh. I can pick out a couple quotes from the Bible, and I'm not even religious, and I can tell you, like, you are not following the words, Love thy neighbor. The fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
You are not
exactly
loving.
And that's where I'm even torn with, like, some teachings I've heard along the way, or just how some Christians are. It's like they lead with a rooted hatred, and I feel like at the end of the day they're projecting, which if you go back to like what Jesus has always taught, it's you lead with love. You don't call a congregation together with hatred unless you're a Nazi. Just saying.
There's been an uptick in that for sure, but yeah, go on.
That's what I'm saying. But I think if you go to the strict work, because Jesus was sent to have the ultimate role model, but at the ultimate sacrifice and savior. So I feel like not wanting to even remotely aspire to that, and leading with gossip or anger or all of these things, I just feel like it's pointless at the end of the day. And at the end of it, it just makes people hate Christianity in general because they think all Christians are this way, and it's depressing. It's sad.
Yeah, I mean, it's the Karens that you see quoting or using God's name in vain that are like that give Christians the bad name. That's why I got so turned off from Christianity. I grew up a Christian as well, and I just did my own research, and truthfully, and I don't want to step on any toes or anything, I don't believe in organized religion in any sort of way. I think it was all fabricated. I think it was used as a tool to sway populations in the olden times. I think it was written, rewritten millions and millions of times by different lords and kings along the way to make their own narrative, and that goes with every religion: Islam, Judaism, Hinduism, Christianity. Like, all of them have been swayed to some degree to manipulate people. But what I like about Gannon is he is taking it just not from face value. He's going into it in a more spiritual adventure. He's trying to, because you did like decommission at one point, right, from Christianity?
Oh yeah, at one point in my life I had totally renounced
Gave
it.
up.
I even told my parents, like, in a heated argument that it breaks my heart to even think about now, but I told them I'm atheist, like, that none of this matters, and it was just, honestly, at the root of it, I was just angry at what I thought God has given me and the cards I was dealt. So
yeah. But then you just like, you probably did your own research. You started going to church again. You went at it from a different approach, because sobered
up
yeah,
too. I was
that will help.
Addicted to drugs at one point in my life.
Yeah, and that, I mean, it'll help for sure.
Absolutely.
And yeah, you just went about it a different way. You attacked it from a different angle, and it helped a lot, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I appreciate that also, man. Seriously.
No.
I try my best, you know. It's
I don't hate Christians. I hate Christianity. Or what it's become, you know.
It's like, I think it's also
Quote
just
that.
become materialistic.
It is.
Also.
Oh my God! Did you see that video of that mega church? It's going viral on TikTok today. It's this mega church, and they have this little fucking drummer boy, like zip lining across the mega church. And they have this, and it was just like them showing off like what they're gonna do for this Christmas fiasco, you know. And it was just like, tax these fucking churches, tax the fuck out of them. There's no way they should have that much money to be pulling a grown-ass man playing the fucking drums in the name of the Lord. No, like that should be uncalled for. The second you see a zip line in a church, tax them at 100%. I don't care.
There's a verse also with that says it's easier for the camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a
rich man to get in the gates of heaven. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I know my shit. And
Yeah,
that is a quote that socialists use to this day as well. Jesus Christ would have been a radical socialist if he came back today. I'm just saying. He would have hated the modern day Christianity. That if he resurrected tomorrow and he went into a mega church, he would go into cardiac arrest.
Oh, yeah.
He would have an aneurysm. Like he would keel over, go into a coma, and then we wait another 2,000 years, see what happens. I don't know.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, absolutely. He didn't get mixed in with all the politics and everything. It was just love.
Love thy neighbor. You know. Give your money to the poor. Help the needy. Help the sick. You know, rich man don't go to heaven.
Yeah.
Camels do.
Camels do, absolutely. And all dogs.
All dogs. Is it really? Like, does it say it? Or are you, like, just saying dogs go to heaven?
From the movie, All Dogs Go to Heaven.
There's a movie?
You didn't... You blow my mind right now, bro.
What are you talking about?
You're joking with me, right?
What are you talking about?
You never watched that growing up? All Dogs Go to Heaven?
No. I watched VeggieTales.
If you like to come to tomatoes. Yeah.
Did you hear the creators said that vegetables don't go to heaven?
Really?
Yeah, like, okay, for one, why did you say that? Like, why did you need us to, like, fucking, what's the guy's name, Tom the Tomato? He ain't going to heaven?
That's hard for me to believe. I believe that Tom the Tomato is definitely going to heaven. And Larry the Cucumber, are you serious?
Yeah, and that little pea guy, little pea baby. Gannon sent me. Oh, we can look at this. All dogs go to heaven. Hold on. Sorry, I didn't mean to leak our whole combo. It was mainly like, "Hey, brother, you ready to do the podcast, brother?" So, yeah, brother, bring the ketamine. I'd never seen this. Was this made by Disney? No, it wasn't. Don Blunt film. It's not a Disney movie. It looks Disney-ish. How many, like, radical, like, nationalist Christians despise this movie? Like, how many of them called out this movie and been like, dogs don't go to heaven?
I don't know. My parents, I'm pretty sure, showed me it growing up.
I feel your parents don't sound like radical Christian nationalists. They sound reasonable people. They sound like reasonable people.
Yeah.
I'm saying like the mega church Karens that are like, it's not VeggieTales. Just kidding. They probably fucking hated VeggieTales too.
I don't think
were you on
most
your
people
phone?
Huh? I was like
Were you on
looking
your
through
phone?
I was looking through to see if it was made by Disney.
It's not. It would have said like Disney in the top. It's a Don Blunt film.
Don Blunt. Who is that?
Sounds scandalous, to say the least. Anyways. Yeah, you want to segue?
I've never known of any blunts being scandalous.
They put in fentanyl in weed now. Can you believe that?
Like the government issues kind?
No, just like generic. Did I tell you that's why I stopped smoking weed in like Ohio?
You did not.
Oh, sorry. I don't tell anybody that, really, but I think that was like the wake-up call, because somebody in Lewisburg, I think, OD'd from fentanyl, because he just bought some weed laced with fentanyl. And that just, like, spooked me. I was like, all right, I'm not doing this anymore. Honestly, I trust the government weed more than the street weed nowadays. You don't know what's getting in there, brother.
I think if it was like bought from like one of your homies.
No, I think it came from
A homie?
somebody that was around a homie. They came through the same supplier.
That's why you buy from a grower. That's why you buy from a grower.
Well, that's why I like Colorado's system, because it's not necessarily government weed. It's still controlled by, like, the government regulates it. They regulate the money. They regulate that aspect of it. It's not being grown in a lab, because they have their own farms. Like, the businesses regulate, or they run their own farms, and they have their own strain of marijuana. It's just the government's controlling the economic part of the marijuanas.
But oh, maybe it's just me personally. I just don't trust the government.
I feel you there, man.
It's a personal issue, I guess, for me more so.
I mean, no, don't trust anything that anybody's telling you ever. Get second opinions.
And the Second Amendment. I'm just kidding.
What? What do you think is your most, like, conservative take? Because you're a pretty, like, left-leaning guy,
My most conservative take is I think it's definitely a firearm, bro. I literally have we got video. I think people should have background checks. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think at the same hand, everyone should, with that is like in the right mental state and, everything like that, they should have right to a firearm.
Yeah.
For protection.
I'll take it a step further. This is a radical standpoint. I would absolutely support this, but I would never imagine this ever being law. I think everyone who identifies as a woman or is, whoever identifies as a woman, they should only be the ones allowed to carry firearms.
Well, now you will call me Shannon.
Because you got to think, though, every mass shooting, it's been a guy. Every domestic violence assault, the majority of them have all been men. Every, like, rape or, like kidnapping at gunpoint has been by a man. Just throwing it out. I know it would never, ever in a million years go into law. I'm just saying I would support it if it was ever on the table.
Okay.
But
feel like
I think
most of those people though are like insecure cowardice men.
Yeah, that's the thing. They take their gun away. They don't need it. They seem to in their head, you know. They don't need a firearm.
Yeah.
I would also say my
my
most conservative point too is the Second Amendment. It's fine the way it was written, honestly.
Bare hands.
Because bare fucking hands, dude. Bare arms. Give me some fucking bare arms, dude. I will rip the shit out of anybody that tries to break into my house. The fucking claws on their face would just, I would rip their skinned face off, you know? That, I fully support bare arms. But, on a serious note, because the people that are like super hardcore Second Amendment, like fuck yeah, take my gun, I will come. Hold up, they won't come. They'll be actually very upset. The people that are just loony with the Second Amendment, they've never read the Second Amendment. Because in the Second Amendment, it says to have the right to bear arms, you have to be a part of a well-regulated state militia. You have to be approved by the state. You have to be a part of the state militia, and you have to abide by their laws and regulations. That is in the Second Amendment, but they don't care. They love the individuality of just owning a gun, which I get. I am in full support of having low caliber magazine, like pistols, just small guns. I don't think anybody should be owning military grade weapons, like AR-15s or any of that shit. Mm-hmm. How do you feel about that? How you feel about that?
I mean, like,
you want the glat?
I'm gonna sound like a straight up conservative dude right in here in this very section.
Okay.
But
this is why we're here, baby.
The people that have those like most of the time when like mass shootings, that people that have these weapons, you know, they're not clear to have, you know, military grade weapons. Mm-hmm. You know, so hypothetically speaking, like if bad guys are going to get bad stuff no matter what.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
But isn't that the same with
drugs? Are illegal.
Drugs but they still get it, right?
Right.
Yeah. But
high caliber military weapons are also.
But if you look at other like drugs are a whole different thing. It's a huge and it's a much bigger industry than firearm sales. So people are going to get drugs, and there are certain countries where drug manufacturing is they look the other way, you know. It's illegal, but they allow it. Like the US, for example. Ronald Reagan. Look it up.
Don't like that guy.
He absolutely funded crack cocaine distribution. FBI, look it up. It's a whole thing. He outlawed it. He still fucking distributed to, you know, undermine black populations and all that stuff. Anyways, if you look at the numbers in other countries, like Japan, they have an all full out gun ban. They have not had a single mass shooting since lately. The former president got assassinated by a makeshift handgun. Did you see that? The former president to Japan got assassinated from a makeshift firearm. that somebody made in their apartment. It happened like this year, I'm pretty sure.
I did not see that. That's insane.
Just happened in public. He just got blatted, you know.
A mace and firearm?
It was like this guy like had 2 batteries or something taped together, and like a fucking it was nuts. Look it up. Like the gun that he used, it was not a gun. But that brings me back to the point. The guy had to go out of his way because there was just no means of actually buying a firearm that could be more efficient in that situation. He still got the job done, but he had to go to probably very long, extraordinary lengths to get that, you know, made, you know? And that's because of the firearm ban. The UK is in a similar situation. They don't have firearm deaths because they have an all-out ban on firearms. Australia, yeah, they get stabbed, and that's a problem still, but they're addressing it. And stabbing people, I will say, takes a lot. Stabbing a lot of people takes a lot more effort than just shooting.
Yeah, Jack the Ripper.
Yeah. Did you hear Jack the Ripper could have been a woman? They're thinking that there's a new theory he could have been a woman.
I think I heard
like a nurse. Yeah. There's a cool documentary on YouTube too about Jack the Ripper. This guy like has a very detailed analysis of every single killing that the Jack the Ripper did. It's pretty cool. I'll send the link, or I might put the link in the fucking bio. I'll get Terry on it. We hired him back.
Oh, good. I miss Terry.
Yeah. I gave him the second bedroom in my apartment. I'm not keeping him in my basement anymore.
That's good. He needs some sunlight.
Oh, he's not getting sunlight. He's just in the room.
Oh.
Keep it locked.
Slide food under the door.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Bar the windows.
Yeah.
But I mean that's just like that I kind of got my point across. I just bad people will still get firearms, but the lack of like regulations that we have with firearms, with background checks and red flag laws, those are non-existent in majority of states. Because even look in Chicago, like a lot of like conservative people like to say like, oh, Chicago's the murder capital of the world. When you look at all the shootings that happened in Chicago and they analyze where the firearms were bought and sold, they all link to Indiana. Because Illinois has very, very strict firearm purchasing laws in the state. So they have to outsource everything into Indiana. People have to go to Indiana, or people just traffic guns to Indiana. You know? So, I mean, you look at it like that. They have super loose gun laws in Indiana. And it's not really helping the problem any.
That's true.
I mean, it's just my take.
Yeah, I understand both sides, for sure. Yeah. But yeah.
You're not one of those guys that's like, I need to take up arms against the government if they ever try to be tyrannical. I'll tell you, 10 out of 10 times you're going to lose a fight against the United States military. Period.
Yeah.
We got fucking nukes. We got nukes. We got fighter jets.
Nuke Ohio.
I mean, that should have happened like during its inception. TBH. Have you seen the memes of Ohio, dude?
Yeah.
I love them. They're 100% accurate. Every single one of them. It's good to represent. It's good to finally get some recognition around here.
Well, some people don't even believe it's a real place.
I mean, should it be considered a real place?
It's Elden Ring. It's where Elden Ring takes place.
That's where Elden Ring takes place. That's where Cyberpunk takes place. I've seen everything. I've seen that. It is a portal to hell. I'll tell you what.
It's it's like the mixing pot, of America. Realistically, it's Ohio.
It is the crossing paths of every, like, because it connects the majority of the East together, and it has, you know, I-70 and I-75. Those are the two major highways in America, and they cross in the middle of Ohio. You know,
Right.
we are connected. We are allowing America to continue. You take out Ohio, you're taking out America.
Right. You like flying in planes?
I lived right next to Wilbur and Orville Wright's home when I was in Ohio. Did I tell you that?
I knew somebody, dude. I was talking to one of my friends before, and I was telling them, I'm like, dude, one of my friends knows where they live, and we should go look at it sometime.
It's on Far Hills. It's just, it's like a museum, kind of. I don't know if you can go in there, but they have a sign out front. It's like, oh, this is where Wilbur and Orville Wright used to live.
I'll get in there.
Oh, I'll get in there. But yeah, you like flying? Thank Ohio. You like going to space? Thank Ohio. Every astronaut, for some reason, is from Ohio. They just wanted to leave so bad. They were like, get me off this goddamn planet. I mean, Ohio's chill, though, you know? It's cheap. It's one of the cheapest places to live in America.
Mm-hmm. Everybody all be talking down on us, man, but then they always got that rent for $12.50.
It's $12.50 there?
Nah, I'm talking about like other states that I've lived in.
Oh, I was about to say, like,
for
damn.
a 2-bedroom.
It really went up, huh? 'Cause I remember when I moved away, I couldn't afford rent if I wanted to live by myself because it was $500 a month for a 1-bed in a decent neighborhood. It was $500 a month, and I was like, "Ooh, I can't afford to live there." And now I'm paying fucking like $1,800 a month. Like, how does that happen? You know?
People keep moving from
Fucking
California and buying multiple properties in all the surrounding states, and then putting them up as like Airbnbs and places for people to visit, and then everything keeps going.
No.
This is what happened in Arizona. I've heard of people that literally went from California, bought 3 houses, rent 2 of them out, or turn them into Airbnbs. They lived in the 3rd one.
Yep.
And that makes you think about how expensive California is.
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah, that because same thing's happening here in Colorado. Colorado is starting to get like similar prices to California now, but it's not like as close to California, but it's still getting up there. But yeah, people come here from California and they're like, oh, you know, like I thought it was going to be the same thing as the housing, you know, housing in California, but I was able to put like 50% down payment on my Colorado house, and I was like, go fuck yourself. You suck.
Yeah.
Like, I'm over here fucking paying rent because I literally could not, like, afford a mortgage.
And that, like, dude, honestly, I'd rather, out of the 2 places, I'd rather live in Colorado over California. Because trees, man. Just like the woods.
We're thinking northern, because you lived in Southern California.
Yeah.
Like, the whole time you were there. Like, Northern California is essentially Colorado. That's what people say. And because they got the fucking the sequoias, right? Is that the tree?
Yeah, sequoia.
Yeah, they got the big ass fucking trees. And yeah, and you're in the mountains also.
But
North
the air's
California.
so fresh up there.
Oh yeah. That's what we're thinking. We're thinking Pacific Northwest. So we're thinking like above San Francisco, maybe maybe south of San Francisco, but maybe just north, like all the way north California, or Oregon, or Washington. We don't know. But we're also thinking Michigan.
Get out. Get out.
Dude. It's a nice place to live. I mean, the the school there, the schools, multiple, not very pleasant.
What part of Michigan?
You want to talk about? Probably Ann Arbor.
Okay.
The home of Michigan University.
Well,
University of Michigan.
They suck. So.
They can suck my ass, dude.
Did
you watch that game?
No.
You didn't watch it?
No, I did not, actually.
It was upsetting, for sure.
How about them Bengals, though?
The Bengals are starting to look good. I honestly thought beginning of the season, I was like, they ain't going to make it back to the Super Bowl. They did not look good. But they're on a winning streak, even with Chase out. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
They tight. They're legit. And Baltimore's starting to fall off, so they might be like division leaders. Maybe after this week, I think. I think they had a tie record, but Baltimore just kind of had the advantage for some reason. But yeah, dude, Bengals are legit. Ohio State still has an 88% chance to make the playoffs, though, so they might play Michigan again.
They beat them.
Oh, I hope they just...
That'd be so funny.
That would be funny. Like, yeah, we'll give you the win in regular season, but when it actually matters, you're gonna die.
And what's up with this anomaly of, like, Michigan fans in Ohio?
Also, yeah, why the fuck? Go to Michigan. There's Michigan fans in Colorado, too. There's more Ohio State fans, but after the game, you saw them coming out of the woodworks, and it's just like, all right, motherfucker.
Yeah, all of a sudden we're just wearing, like, blue and yellow.
Yeah, I was just... They had the hats. They had the Michigan hats, and I was like, where did you come from?
Yeah, I was at work, and that night, and then everybody's coming through with their Michigan gear on. I'm like, get out of here. Ew.
Like, sorry, we're closed.
Yeah.
Go the fuck home.
Clearly sees people, like, just walk around. Nope, we're closed.
You see a guy in Ohio State jersey, he's like, oh, you can come through. Oh, sorry, you gotta stay out.
They're, like, married. It's like a husband and wife.
Oh, yeah, how does that dynamic work also?
Get out of here.
Get the fuck out. I guess it keeps it interesting, but it's like, nah.
Yeah.
If you're the loser in that situation, there's no sex for like a month. There's no way.
About to hit a dry season, brother.
Maybe the makeup sex is worth it. Maybe it's like, oh, sorry, baby, your team lost. Let me make it up to you. That's my Riz.
Yeah.
You hear that word now? These kids
I'm
nowadays.
Hip. I'm hip. Too.
Oh, you're hip. You know the word.
Yeah.
What is this? Riz.
And then
We're
I keep
old,
seeing
dude.
light skin stare. You see those?
Oh, that made a comeback. That used to be a meme back in my youngin' days.
Back in the day, brother.
The light skin pose used to be our thing, kids. But now you guys have taken it over and added a little word to it. I don't understand it.
Yeah, Riz. Sounds a lot like Jizz.
It is. It does sound like Jizz. Jizz and Riz. My Rizzy Jizzy. Is that the title name?
Yeah, I had these kids at barber college explaining it one day to me because I'm like, what is this? Because it's unspoken. You know, just like the unspoken Riz.
Yeah. Who has that? Do you have that? Do you have unspoken Riz?
No, I'm just a nerd.
Yeah. I think... No, I don't have any Riz. Unspoken Riz. I might be able to strike up a combo Riz, but I don't know. I mean, I got the old ball and chain, so... Maybe I'll test it on her. Honestly, when I came home today, she was like, ooh, you you look so good. Maybe I do have unspoken riz.
There you go. Hey.
Hold up. I mean,
He said,
feeling myself a little bit.
I still got it.
Yeah. It's always nice to know. Whenever you like get a compliment out in public and you're in a relationship, it's like, all right, you know, it's just a nice feeling. You're like, okay. But I still fully 100% love my partner. But it's nice, especially when a gay guy compliments you. That is the best feeling in the world. There's so many gay bars here. I haven't been to one, but everybody that I've hung out with has been like, you would be a treat in a gay bar. And I'm like, because you know, you ever have a drink paid for?
Yeah.
Oh, you have? Somebody bought you a drink before?
Yeah, I actually went to a gay bar out in San Diego once.
Oh, really? How did that go?
It was interesting, you know?
Yeah.
You know, I had a couple situations where I'm like, sorry, man, I appreciate it. You know, and then it makes it kind of, because I just, you know, I don't know how to react fully, you know?
Yeah.
Because they come up and they're like, touch me a little bit, and I'm just kind of like, hey, you know?
Hey man, sorry.
Yeah.
I heard it's really good etiquette though. If somebody if like somebody's offering to buy you a drink, you have to say right out. It's like, I appreciate it, but I'm straight. But if you would still like to buy me a drink, I would fully accept it, and we can have a conversation. And they usually always will still buy you a drink.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I did, you know, and then they were cool. And then, I went out with my lesbian friends. They were like, hey, you want to just come out? And I'm like, why not, you know? Yeah,
let's go. Let's do it. But yeah, we have a ton of friends here that always like to go to gay bars, but they're not gay. Like, they're in a, you know, hetero relationship, and like me and Shiloh. But they always go to the gay bars, and they say it's awesome. They love it. Might have to give it a shot, you know. Oh, dude, that reminds me. We should probably talk about it. Did you hear about the
the Colorado
mass shooting? Yeah, Colorado Springs. It's like 30 minutes from here. Colorado Springs is a very, very conservative area in Denver, or in Colorado. Colorado is really conservative, but it's because of Denver, it's blue. It's a blue state. But yeah, it's an incredibly unfortunate situation for the families. You know, my condolences, and my thoughts are with them.
Now, was it out of? See, I don't know all the
details.
All the details fully. Was it based off of like religious hatred?
Or yes, 100%. Yeah.
Okay.
The guy. Well, I mean, and it's also, I don't know if you've seen it, but politicians, talking heads on the news, conservative talk hosts on podcasts, they tweet and say the most vulgar, blatant hatred to the LGBT community, essentially putting a target on the backs of this marginalized community. And after years and decades, essentially, saying, hey, this has historic consequences. If you keep saying that we're groomers, or we're just indoctrinating these children, or we're sick and twisted and all these things, it has historic consequences that this will always lead to violence. But they just could not help themselves. These conservative right-wing bigots just wanted to keep punching down on this community. And we've seen it before. It happened a couple years ago at the Pulse nightclub shooting. Same thing. The guy was just, he hated gay people, shot the whole place up. Same thing here. This guy was just fueled with the rhetoric these politicians and these conservative talking heads have been saying for years. And then the second this shooting happens, those same people will say, this was not our fault. This was the actions of a lone wolf who was sick and twisted. We do not condone this violence. But you are absolutely to blame. You are absolutely 100% to blame. If you did not say the things that you said to this community, that guy would not have that pent-up rage in him to do the things that he did.
Absolutely.
But that's exactly what they want to happen. They want people to take action and kill these people because they don't agree with them. They think they're abominations in the eyes of whatever God that they believe in, or they just think it's unnatural. Shut the fuck up. Go crawl back into the little fucking crack that you slithered out of and shut the fuck up. If you don't like it, don't participate in it. You don't have to be a part of the community. They aren't grooming children. There are more instances and documentation of right-wing bigots being pedophiles. There are more church leaders in this country that are pedophiles, that have documented cases of them grooming and manipulating and sexually assaulting children. There has not been a single case of a drag show or a LGBTQ member doing any of this stuff. It's just a blatant projection. And they're getting all the blame for it. So yes, I will blame them. This is a direct response to your words. Own up to it or shut the fuck up.
True. I mean, especially like people that, have low self-esteem, they always seem to, latch on to people they're interested in. They look up to these people. So, with these certain agendas that, these people have and they want to talk about in their podcasts or in their speeches, of course it goes to, like, someone's head.
Yeah. That's how it happens.
It's
Charismatic people.
Sociology. It's just sociology.
Yeah.
The basis,
Popular figures will always be able to move the masses. Mm-hmm. Say Hitler. He was a very likable guy in Germany. He moved the masses in Germany. He made them do sick and twisted things. Same thing's happening.
Yeah. Cult leaders. It's charisma.
Cult leaders.
Yeah, you can
charisma,
lead people with charisma alone. You don't even have to have facts. But if you, project yourself as someone that knows what they're talking about, then
yeah,
it's sad.
And it's not even, it hasn't even been a week, or I think it has been a week. But you see these same people. They apologize, or they didn't apologize. They just were like, thoughts and prayers to the families affected. Blah blah blah. Like, this was a deranged, sick, twisted person. And then not even a week later, they're on their shows again, saying the same bullshit. How trans people are an abomination. They're grooming kids. They're doing all these things, but it's just a projection. It's just a projection. And they are going to get more people killed. Period. But no one's pointing the finger. Like, I want to really emphasize that this is not it is the fault of the shooter, for sure, 100%. He should absolutely get the rule book thrown on him, lock him in a fucking cellar for the rest of his life, whatever. But it also has to come back to these motherfuckers saying the shit that they're saying. Because Hitler didn't gas 3 million Jewish people and others. He didn't alone do it. I don't think he ever killed anybody himself. But we still point the blame to him because he led the masses. His words carried a lot of weight.
That's true. Yeah.
So, I mean, we gotta just hold people accountable. And I'm doing that.
absolutely.
More people are going to die. The more people that die, the blood is on your hands. Period.
Like we still have like the shockwave of like what Hitler did, like
Yeah,
KKK and just
it's all there. We still, I mean, there's still like Nazis running around in America. People are very open to talk about that shit, and it's just you didn't learn your lesson apparently. Like we don't tolerate Nazis. We don't tolerate bigots. We shouldn't be tolerating it anymore. Mm-hmm. I don't know why we're just letting them parade through the streets. Stop it. But I mean, you do see like the counter protest that triples the numbers of whatever fucking racist, bigoted bullshit that they're trying to do. But that never gets the attention of those people. They never see the counter opposition to it. They always see like, oh, there's my people trying to promote this ideology that is sick and twisted. Mm-hmm. I want to go support them. They will. I don't know. I don't want to condone violence in any way. I'm just saying, like, stop.
Right. Absolutely. There's a verse that actually like talks about this. Oh, why can't I remember it?
Talk about some lighter stuff. How's Overwatch?
I haven't been playing Overwatch. I've been actually playing Warzone 2. If you could.
Oh, how's that?
I actually really like it, and I'm actually
okay. All right.
Not to toot my own horn either. I'm actually kind of decent.
You playing with the boys?
I've been playing with the boys, or like I'll be playing with my barber school friends, and you know,
that's cool.
Proximity chat makes it really fun.
Yeah, you remember a couple podcasts ago where I was like, "Hey, maybe we should give Modern Warfare a try." Yeah, they were coming out, yeah. And you were like, "I'm never playing another Call of Duty game."
That's what I'm saying. Hey, proximity chat, I'm always down with that. It's just something about it where you have like an opponent just begging for mercy. It does something for me, man. It happened last night when I was really playing. Like there's this. I was playing with my brother, and I'm like, because he didn't know that like in the game that we were playing, it's DMZ. So you're like collecting intel, you're like doing all these different missions. There's NPCs like trying to get you, but there's also actual players trying to get you as well, because you're supposed to leave with like as much money or as much tasks, and you get a bunch of XP from this game mode. Love it. Yeah. So fun. Mm-hmm. And they're like we're like walking into this like town, and I'm like, dude, I heard somebody. And then Jesse was like, what are you talking about? Like you heard some bad guys? And then next thing you know, I'm hopping up on top of this like cargo thing, and one of them runs out. And then I just shot him once, and then he's like, okay, man, hey man. And then so he starts he pulls out his, you can see him like physically look up at me and like start shooting. I drop down, and he's like begging me because like I dropped him, so he's just dropped, and I just come up and just finish him off. And his friends are all like yelling at me, just like calling me all kinds of names, and I'm just like, don't mess with me, or I'm gonna kill you all. And then one of their friends decides that he was gonna take me out. I have a 1-plate vest on. This dude had a 3-plate vest on. He walks up to me. Also, then just swearing up a storm. Just like, I'm like, man, oh man. So then I'm like, where's your friend at? And then they're like, we're not gonna tell you. Like, so that I like popped around the corner, and he's just running the opposite way, just like running off. Yeah, it was so funny, bro.
It's like, yo, Jimmy, you gotta run, bro.
Yeah, this guy's crazy. Like, you
see the fucking fear in his eyes.
He just like literally, you just see his character just running off the opposite direction. And then my brother was like, "So there are people here?" I'm like, "Yes, they're dead, Jesse. They're all dead. We could go."
There was no one here.
It was so fun. That's what does it for. Or like, I'll be if I have eyes on somebody, I'll be like, "Hey, are you guys chill? You guys chill?" They're like, "Yeah, we're chill, we're chill, we're chill, we're chill." I'm like, "Good," because I see you, and I'll describe the person like, "I see you with a red skeleton mask on. Like, what's going?" And then they're like, like you see the guy like,
what are the?
I'm like, "You guys are chill. We can be chill about this." And they're like, "Yeah, we're chill, we're chill." So like, well,
but they'll try to sneak up behind you or some shit and try to kill you.
Sometimes they try that, but then you just smoke them.
Okay.
And then, but so I hop down and I'm like, you do the teabag of like peace, and then they do it back, and then you're chilling. And then like I was with.
But how often are they keeping their peace?
I mean, essentially most of the time, yeah.
Okay.
For the most part, people are pretty chill about it. I had one guy really like, no, I'd just rather kill you, and then I killed him. And it's just part of the game, man.
I like that. I haven't played and I haven't been on the games in a minute. I just finished Cyberpunk actually.
How was it with the replay?
For the second time. Second playthrough. It's so good, dude. That game deserves it, man. It's been through the ringer. The devs have just brought that baby back to life.
Really?
It's good, dude. The one thing I hate about it, how far did you get into Cyberpunk initially? Because I don't want to like spoil anything, but
I can't remember the exact mission.
like, do you know like your character is like dying?
Yeah. I met like this.
The Japanese guy, maybe.
Yeah. I was like the mission. It was like the mission where you're like in his house trying to find stuff.
Oh, you stopped at that point.
Yeah, I think that's like the last thing I could really remember.
Like like he kills his dad or whatever, and you got the chip. But
wait,
the
don't
chick
you play as Johnny? Who's the guy
Keanu Reeves, yeah. Johnny Silverhand.
Don't you play as him at some point?
No, never. You're always your character. So the thing is, like, the thing that you're stealing from that Japanese guy is Johnny. It's his construct, a relic, and you slot it into your little fucking head because it's cyberpunk, and you are able to do that shit. What happens? The mission doesn't go well. You ruin the heist or whatever, and you get back. Like your best friend dies or whatever. You get back to the fixer, and he backstabs you, shoots you in the head, but it doesn't kill you, or it does kill you, but Johnny brings you back to life because when the bullet went through, when the bullet went through your head, it like malfunctioned. It broke the chip, so the chip is kind of leaking out into your brain. So essentially, Johnny is taking over your body, but you have the options to kind of like bring him down so he doesn't fully take over your body, or you can have the option to fully have him take over your body, which is it's a cool aspect, but he doesn't like fully ever take over your body. He just like, because you're still you're still V, the character.
Yeah.
It's just like Johnny is kind of like moving your body around and like going places and talking how he talks or whatever. But the thing that I hate about Cyberpunk is that the whole time, the main point of the story is that you're dying, and they essentially give you a time frame of like you only have like a couple weeks until like the construct takes over and you die. And so the first time I played through it, I was like, oh, I just want to like try and figure out a way to live. So I'm skipping all the side missions and stuff, and I'm just trying to get through to the end. And it wasn't as good. Like, it's not good if you just play the story missions and a couple side quests here and there. But what makes Cyberpunk a good game is if you ignore the main quest and just do all the side stuff. And then you play the main quest. But it sucks because you kind of have that pressure of like, oh, you're dying? You want to fix yourself. So if it's your first time playing, it's like, I just kind of want to make sure I'm alive at the end of the day.
I got you.
Yeah.
I didn't know all that. It's pretty dope.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely play. If you play it again, play. Make sure you play all the side quests.
I would like to if they would like revamp like multiplayer aspect and stuff like that.
The next game is supposed to be like a fully multiplayer game, is what they're saying.
And third person. Need it.
Yeah. I think they are trying to patch that into the current game, but it's like a long ways away. I can kind of tell my players moving better because I think they are trying to get the third person aspect. Because did you ever see like the old footage of like people actually modding the game and like having it third person? Your character is literally just like fucking everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. They fixed it though. The people have started modding it and they've got it to a pretty good spot.
They actually have third person also in Warzone.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah,
but I mean, that's what you get when you have a fucking multi-billion-dollar industry that's able to just find the best people to make a really good game, and people still hate on it. I hate when people are like, "Yeah, you know, this Modern Warfare, it's all right. Dude, this game's fucking sucks, dude. This fucking trash ass game. It's $1 billion company. It's a good game. I've played bad games. It's a good game.
I made the best of bad games. See, these new gamers, they don't understand.
They don't understand, dude.
I played an original Nintendo, and I thought this was top notch. Growing up,
dude.
Like
OG
Mario,
PlayStation,
8-bit Mario,
that thing was
just
buggy.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I played a game. It wasn't Grand Theft Auto. It was another like driving game that was supposed to be like Grand Theft Auto. And your player was supposed to be able to get out of the car still and stuff. But my copy of the game, I couldn't do that. No matter what. So I was always having to drive in the same car until I had an option to change my car in like a cutscene or something.
Yeah.
That's the shit I had to deal with. That's the shit we had to deal with.
Yeah.
You guys are so spoiled. This is like top tier AAA games. Polished. Yeah, there might be a few bugs here and there. The weapons might be a little unbalanced at the start. But chill out. It's a good game.
I'm an M4 user. I know people are like, that's such a noob game, noob weapon. It's the best. It's the best weapon.
Isn't there a gun that you have to play, like, you have to play the DMZ mode, like, a bunch of times and in the game with that certain gun?
Yeah.
To get that, to unlock that gun?
What I like about this also, you can earn stuff by just, like, playing. You don't even have to have, like, a battle pass. Like, I unlocked a skin. You can unlock this really dope skin from just executing someone during a game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is there still a battle pass, though?
Yeah, there is a battle pass.
Yeah. I remember old OG Warzone. I never bought a battle pass. I just always just did the challenges, and I unlocked everything eventually.
Mm-hmm.
It was cool.
Yeah, dude. I got the revolver as my backup weapon.
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a list.
You got a scope on that? I see people, like, rocking the scope with their revolvers all the time.
On mine, no, because I have a like blueprint for it, which makes it like a 4-star weapon, and it makes it look like an old school like cowboy revolver, and it's snub nose. So like I run on ammo with my M4. People running in, I'm just.
I remember OG Warzone. There used to be a bunch of anime packs.
Yeah,
I bought like 3 of those.
Yeah, they got packs like similar.
Yeah.
They have this night one that I want so bad, where your guy has like, it's like combat gear, but he has like a metal helmet on, and it looks like kind of like a knight's helmet.
Oh yeah.
And he's got like shoulder pads, bro. I want it so bad for no reason.
People don't like the over. I don't know the way to say it. Over-exaggerated cosmetics in Modern Warfare. how do you feel about it? Because it's supposed to be like a military game. You're supposed to be strategic and blend into the surroundings. How do you feel about a kawaii anime character running across the screen?
You know, Chase, in every game, I'm all about the drip.
Okay.
With everything, I'm about if I can have my guy look like a knight, I want that because it's cool and it's different from the most like regular warfare guys.
Okay, so hear me out. You're okay with like just the
Exaggeration,
the over exaggeration of a character, or would you want to see more military themed knight outfits, like a creative way to put a twist on a medieval?
It is cool.
Would you prefer that more, or would you prefer like just kind of them being a little lazy with their customization?
I don't know, because the knight is sick. Because he looks like a modern warrior.
Oh,
but he's got. Like,
does he still look?
Yeah.
He still looks modern.
He's got like a tack vest, but it's got like. He's got like a sword down here by like a mini sword, like a short sword down like on his belt. But he's got like modern like tack, straight up like shoulder pads. Like they're not metal. It's sick.
Well, the last Warzone, they collabed with Attack on Titan, if you remember. Do you remember the oh, fuck. Do you remember the Armored Titan skin? Did you ever see that?
No,
that was not military.
I saw Godzilla.
You saw Kong. Well, can you get a skin for that?
Yeah, they had skins for it.
Jesus Christ.
That's too much. That's a little...
Oh, okay, so that's where you draw the line? Would you draw the line for, like, the Attack on Titan collab? Because it didn't look military. It was
if they had, like, the scouts...
the Armored Titan.
See, if they had, like, the scouts... Like, if they had, like, a Levi skin where he's got, like, his, like, scout...
They did have the Levi skin.
See, that's dope.
But it didn't look military. It was a pretty close interpretation of the anime. It didn't look military. It didn't look modern warfare.
If they made him look realistic, and not
it was
anime,
realistic. It wasn't anime. It was realistic.
I think that's kind of dope. Me personally, I think that's kind of dope. But even like in Fortnite, like I have a Batman skin just because it's Batman. Batman doesn't use guns. So in my brain, with how I work personally, that's weird to me. I'd much rather use like I had at one point. He's a Deadpool villain. Cable. I had Cable, and I was like, "This is dope" because he uses guns. You know what I mean? Levi doesn't use guns.
You know what? I hate using my Goku skin because they don't like. He doesn't use a gun
unless it's a meme.
Yeah, it's just a meme. If everybody's rocking their anime skins, I'm gonna pop on my Goku skin. But I mean, it's just like I don't like using it because it just kind of looks goofy too when he's like running with the gun, and I'm just like, man, that's
Punisher.
That's a little too much. Yeah, that's sick.
That's a sick skin because he uses guns. Yeah, see, that's how I see it too. Like this medieval knight combination with like the modern, it looks sick when he uses a gun. King Kong and Godzilla using guns. Weird. It's weird to me.
No.
Scream. I saw that. I thought that was kind of... I think it's kind of funny. More so. It's
funny. Yeah.
I'd like that more as like it's like a comic thing. It just makes it interesting.
If they make like a game mode where you can't buy the skin like Scream, but they made like a infected mode, remember from Halo, where it's like you have the Scream skin, like you are infected and you have to infect other people. I like that version of that, like cosmetic. You can become Scream and kill in that certain game mode.
I got you.
But I mean I like, the creativity and stuff, like go crazy, go nutty, go stupid. But at the same time, with Modern Warfare, they market it as like this military game. I think it kind of needs to fit in that theme with the cosmetics also.
Absolutely.
I like if they have a creative twist with like the medieval thing that you're saying. I think that'd be cool. It'd be something unique.
Yeah.
But, if it's like the armored Titan skin, that's
Yeah. That's Fortnite.
That's Fortnite, yeah.
You're gonna hate me also. Speaking of animes.
I already hate you. Just kidding.
I've been watching Goblin Slayer.
Ooh, I heard there's a scene in that where it's ooh.
It is. It's terrible. It's actually like I watched. It's the first episode too, and
oh yeah,
and like that's what someone, because I saw a clip of it on TikTok and I was like, this looks sick. It's like knights and it's like and
goblins, yeah,
and like I was talking to somebody and he warned me about it. He's like that first episode's an absolute doozy. And I literally watched it, turned it off because I only have Funimation on my phone for my friend, and then I watched it, turned it off. I was like, I have to now go to sleep with this. Like, that's terrible.
Yep. No, you gotta like get a palate cleanser. You gotta watch like fucking some kawaii shit, like just a romance anime.
But with the character development of the main protagonist, it just shows why he does what he does. Because it's Goblin Slayer. Like, that's what he's in this world. He's a silver rank, which is like one of the highest like traveler adventure warriors you could be. And everyone's just like, he only strictly takes goblin jobs.
Okay.
And it's dark. It's very it's dark, especially, but in a way it shows you that everything's not pixies and butterflies and rainbows. People, this really happens to people on even in regular world,
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to spoil too much. Like his sister was killed by goblins ruthlessly, and it's just
was she the one that is in that scene?
No.
Okay, good.
he just randomly showed up because there's these brand new adventurers, which one of the other protagonists that joins his crew, she joins it because he saved all, as many as he could. But it just shows it's violent and it's dark and but it shows more depth to him as a character, especially as you keep watching. And I'm just like, oh. Because that he gets made fun of by other adventurers because oh, you don't hunt dragons but he is a goblin tactician. People have problems with these guys, and they call him from other lands. They'll call him, and it's just wow, okay, I can see why you hate these things so much.
Yeah,
and people start, and it's crazy because you just see he's he barely, it doesn't talk a lot. He's just about his business, keeping people safe, and people think he's just some just standoffish guy, but you just see that he just genuinely wants people to be safe from these monsters that do terrible acts on humanity and other. Yeah.
So why am I supposed to hate you?
Because I started another anime instead of Cyberpunk.
You bitch! You still haven't watched Cyberpunk?
Yeah. Oh, dude, I'm not a sci-fi. I'm not a super. I'll get to it. I'm just not
10 fucking episodes.
I'll get to it eventually.
It's only 10 episodes. They rated it so high in IMDb. It's actually good, well made. It's made by the same people that made a Kill la Kill. You ever watch that one?
Kill Got Kill. Yeah, what is that? Kill la
Yeah.
But there's a lot.
Kill la Kill.
Yeah. Kill la Kill. Yeah.
No, wait, that's not it. Wait. It's the one with the girl.
There's a couple that have a girl on them.
It's the one with the main character is a girl and she has that
dark
suit.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's lots of fan service.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is made by the same studio.
Oh, okay. Let's check it out. Yeah. Eventually. After Goblin Slayer.
Yeah, eventually. Once you finish Goblin Slayer, how many fucking seasons does that have? 2, 3?
Let me see.
Gannon is checking how many seasons Goblin Slayer was. Oh, by the way, audio listeners, we have video, by the way. He's watching it this podcast.
I was trying to just get the details, but it... Why does it just play the episode?
Why don't you get just Crunchyroll?
Funimation's joining Crunchyroll. I got it for free. So my friend was wanting me to catch up with My Hero, so he gave me his. Oh, here we go. See more details. It's only one season and a movie.
Oh,
probably because of
a movie.
Yeah, I wonder what that's about. I hope it's not a prequel because I'm gonna,
fucking lose my gabagool.
I still haven't seen the Jujutsu Kaisen movie, so.
Oh, neither have I, actually.
I want to see it so bad. They had it on Netflix for like a week.
Oh, did they really? I technically haven't even finished Jujutsu Kaisen. I'm at, like, the last couple episodes. It's just kind of... It's just kind of going on. They're like doing it's like a fight, but it's just like, I don't care that much. I'm not, like, invested into Jujutsu Kaisen. There's sauce here and there, but it's just, like, I haven't gotten sucked in.
Did you already watch past the tournament?
Yeah. I'm past it. I'm literally at, like, the last 2 episodes. I just can't
You didn't like
finish.
It even after the tournament?
No. Honestly.
This just shows, like... Just our tastes.
Yeah. I don't know. It's good. It's all right. It's just don't have any desire.
Gojo's probably one of my favorite anime characters.
No, he's cool. He's really saucy. Yeah. I just don't care for anybody else.
What?
I've been watching the Chain.
Oh, Chainsaw Man. See, this is really showing our dynamic in anime taste.
Yeah. I love... Oh, man, dude. Chainsaw Man is peak. I think every episode has gotten, like, a 10 out of 10 on, like, every single, like, rating media platform or whatever. It's so good. And they're doing the manga so much justice. It's crazy.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's what happens when you get one of the highest budgeted animes to go animes. We should probably plug ourselves because we didn't do that in the beginning. Hey guys, you can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube. We will also be coming to other platforms. Just wait on that. I gotta set it all up. Or Terry will probably set it up. I don't know. I don't think I trust him. He might get word out that he's being held captive. Just gotta put that parent lock on his laptop. But yeah, so far you can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube. Leave us a like, leave us a comment, subscribe if you like what you're hearing. We also have the Patreon. It's only $3 a month now.
Only $3?
That's right, Gannon. Only $3 a month, and you get access to exclusive content, not just this podcast. And that exclusive content is Next Caller. New episode should be coming very, very soon. We also have Gannon's book, Death Our Friend. First chapter available now. Second chapter is very close on the way. Stay tuned for that. And we also do have a new show coming out. It's going to be called Inarticulate. I'm still trying to get some things worked out with it. But that is a new show coming out very, very soon. Stay tuned for that. I'm very excited about it. I've been workshopping it lately. I've been really thinking about it. So, yeah, it's on the horizon. Gannon, do you have anything you want to add to the listeners?
Maybe the Instagram live event that should be.
Oh, so Gannon feels bad about not being able to do his dilk when I did the pilk. So we're going to do a special live event, Instagram. Gannon's going to be live streaming him doing the dilk. I will be joining him on the podcast Instagram account. So give that a follow. We greatly appreciate it. Go check them out. But we will also be doing it on the podcast. We won't be leaving you guys out here. We just think we owe you guys a little extra gabagool.
You could open the floor for like question and answers, make it like a community.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, live chat. We can talk to you guys. We can freestyle if you want. I mean, I won't, but Gannon might just.
Tap.
Cinnamon. All men are friends. Well, all right, man. Did you have anything else you wanted to let the audience know about, or any words of encouragement, or?
It always is darkest before the dawn.
Dubs in the chat. All right,
Comment
I'm not gonna
comment Gandub.
Common Gan dub. Common podcast dub. Common Chase L. What the fuck is he doing there? Looking like a fucking tube sock. Jesus Christ.
Turtleberry Johnson.
Call me a fucking Turtleberry Johnson. Right now. Right before we're about to end the podcast. All right, whatever, guys.
My bad, homie.
No, yeah, you better be sorry. Say you're sorry right now.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
Thanks.
All right. Well, we will see you guys around. Thank you. My name was Chase.
And I was, am, and will always be Gannon. Peace. I love you.
Bye, guys. Bye. 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 Bye.